you want to write any conditions, we are supposed to use operators. If you want to write any conditions, we will supposed to write. If you want to write a condition, we are supposed to use operators. Some of the operators what we have, relational operators. What are they? Relational operators what we have, generally known terms. Less than. It will not be recapped in the class. Ask me at the end of the class course. Ask your query at the end of the class. What was this? Less than. Less than or equal. Any non-developers are there? Check out the symbols. So we have less than. People who are new to the programming. So we have the operators less than equal to, greater than equal to. Then we have equal to. This will check LHS value is equal to RHS. Less than equal to, greater than equal to, equal to. And we also have logical operators. We'll check out the logical operators coming. Then not equals to. So we have the following relational operators: less than equal to, greater than equal to, not equal to. Now any condition we write, will give you a result in the form of true or false. If you write a condition, the ultimate result of this condition is true or false. Whenever I write a condition, the end of the game, the result is going to be a true or false. Whenever we write any condition, the result is going to be a true or false. So let us take some basic examples. Check name is equal to, check name is Ravi or not. So how do you write? Name double equal to. So what does that mean? It will verify whether the value of name is Ravi or not. When I give name double equal to Ravi, it is checking whether the value of the name is Ravi or not. Double equal to is to compare whether the value of the name is Ravi or not. The value what we have in name is Ravi or not. Double equal to, it will compare. Double equal to, it will compare. Check whether city is Bangalore. 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 Now, how do you give it? City double equal to, check whether Rating is, now why did I give in single quotes? String. Rating equals to, check whether annual revenue less than 50. Write the conditions, everyone. Write all these conditions. Annual revenue less than annual revenue less than salary greater than amount is less than or equals to 50K. Basically, if I use this symbol, there will be error for me in the VF page. That is the reason I am putting the comment. So I am putting the comment to avoid the saving the error. Okay. Amount less than or equal to 50,000. Industry is banking. Close date is today. How will you refer to today's date? System dot. How will you refer today? Close date equal to, right? What is the issue with the people? Any issue? Right. Ask me at the end of the class. Do not type the message during the session. Any query you have, you can ask me at the end of the session or unmute your mic and ask. Please do not type the messages during the session. If you have any queries, unmute your mic and ask. It will disturb the class. Do not type the messages. It will disturb the class. If you have any query, unmute your mic and ask me. Or at the end of the class, you can ask me. Do not type the messages. Now, expiry date is 30 days from today. Expiry days 30 days from today. today is what? System dot today 30 days plus today date plus 30 days. Then we have email, then we have range greater than or equal to 90K. Date of birth is 10th November. Now date of birth is 2nd November. Second November 1995. How do you check it? How do you check it? DOB double equal to date dot new instance of 1995 particular date you want to compare, we have to give it like this. I hope you are good with this. People are good with this. Now what I am doing, writing a condition. At the end of the game, every condition will give you. At the end of the game, every condition we write is going to be giving you value of true or false. It is going to give you Boolean value, true or false. It is going to give you true or false. It is going to give you true or false. At the end of the game, every condition we write is going to give you value of true or false. Okay. So let us go to the next one. What we had here.
Sir,
Yes, Amma.
what is the difference between date dot today and system dot today?
System dot today will give you today's date.
Okay.
Date dot new
And
instance. If you want to create any particular date, no, other than today, you want to refer to any particular date, we use a date dot new instance. If you want to refer to today's date, system dot today. You want to refer to any other date, we'll create date dot a new instance of year, month, day.
can we write something like for the close date equal to date dot today?
No. See, it is a functionalities and it is a methods. Now we have a built-in, we are referring to the data as a data type. When you go to the date class, there will be methods in that. Then we can use these functionalities referring to the data. Okay. Now we are using the data as a data type. So we are just creating instance, no other functionalities. Now if I go with today, add months, all these are methods. We are too early to discuss with the points. Okay. Now
Okay.
let us go in a particular sequence order. And I am making the point, there will be a number of ways of writing any program course. There will be a number of writing the same logic in different ways. But the format is, we are going in an incremental order of the topics. So if you go in the same incremental order, at the end of the game, you understand each and every logic. We randomly jump up and down. Let it be administration or development. There is a flow for learning everything. Okay. Now, if you jump the sequence, if I bring last and middle, then either you follow or the rest of the people follow. So let's go with we are starting with a very scratch. It's the titles of the movie. So you should have, okay, patience to reach the climax. Should have patience. So let us go in it. Let it be administration or development. There's a flow. The flow, if you skip off the flow, that particular question what you ask may be good for you, but rest of the topics will not be followed. That's the reason I'm going in a particular order. Now I know that there are a lot of associated topics with that. Okay, but the point is we cannot discuss all of them in the initial classes. If I start bringing in all those topics, because same discussion I had in admin also. If I bring all topics in the beginning itself, then will be a Greek and Latin for you. Now, basically, programming is people feel is a complex. I don't want to make much more complex by showing my expertise on programming. Right. So I want to get into the ground level so that let's go in a see. Let's make ourselves comfortable in learning this. It's okay. The same story with administration. Now the same class. Now in the beginning only, if everybody trying to like entire application you're trying to analyze, then no need of taking 35 days course. So there's a format. So there's a number of training. So if any developers are there, you may be knowing better ways or a number of ways, but there is a process. Okay, there is a reason. We're just trying to eliminate some of the questions what you're asking. Now what the question you asked, I know it's advanced. I'll straight away quit. I don't answer it. The intention is to avoid bringing unwanted, non-related topics into this. It's a related topic, but bringing that topic at this level will spoil the flow. Okay, there is a reason I will not be able to answer the questions when you ask me. Right. I'm making very clear. When I cut down you, my intention was to tell you, boss, it's too early to bring in the topic. Okay, because there are some people who work from the scratch. Right. It's not. If you have anything else, please ask me at the end. I'll be able to answer your questions. Okay. Right. This I'm intimating very beginning because some of the questions you ask, I'll skip it. I don't answer it as a class. So don't tell that I'm not answering. There's intention behind that. But I don't want to bring. If I bring a topic, it will take an explanation of 5 to 10 minutes again. Then we'll skip our process what we are doing and take you to another one. To avoid that, I will not be answering a query. At the end, please remind me. I'll be answering. Whatever the question I skipped, and I didn't take up during the session. Please remind me at the end. I'll be answering the question so that you get the clarity what this question is. Okay. Now let us go back. Logical operators. Again, I'm reminding. If I'm skipping some question, I'm not answering you. Please ask me at the end. Remind me at the end. Okay. The purpose of not answering that question is to avoid the confusion. Please remind me that question at the end. I'll be able to answer your query. Okay. Then logical operators. So what is this logical operators? Now, if you want to apply 2 or 3 conditions, right now we are writing only one condition. If I want to write multiple conditions, then I will go for logical operators. Logical operators is for what? When we want to apply multiple conditions, we will use logical operators. So what are that multiple condition operators we have? First one, what was this? AND operator. Everybody know AND operator, right? What is that AND operator? That irrespective of branch, AND operator is there, right? Now what was that? If all the conditions are true, it will give you true. If all the conditions are true, AND operator. If all the conditions are true, it will return true. If all the conditions are true, it will return true. Next we had this is a pipeline symbol. What was that? What was this OR operator? If any one of the condition, one or more conditions are true, then it's going to give you true. One or more conditions are true. One or more condition. It can be one or more conditions. If one or more conditions are true, it is going to give you true. If one or more conditions are true, it will return you true. Now already not equal to we discussed. If the condition is true, If the condition is false, right? So and or not. Why you go for it? When you want to apply multiple conditions. When you want to apply multiple conditions, I will go for this operators. Example. So, now, example. Check whether industry is banking and rating is hot. Old. Ownership is check. City is Ashraf,
और
mute your
इनके
mic.
तुम क्या समझे अभी ओल्ड स्टाइल में क्या है तेल में
Ashraf,
कपड़े का तेल
mute your mic.
मुझे बोला था कि अभी
Now, check. Place is Sanagar and balance is. Now, what I'm doing here? What I'm doing here? We're going with industry. Industry equal to banking and rating equal to. We're checking whether industry equal to banking and rating equal to. Now I am checking two conditions here. When you want to check multiple conditions, I will go with. When you're checking with the multiple conditions, I will go with the and operator or operator. Then we have rating is cold and ownership is rating double equal to cold and ownership we have Bangalore then we have place is Sanagar, balance is 50. Balance equal to. So we are writing conditions. We are writing conditions. We are writing conditions here. Multiple conditions. So let us give some more. Lead source. Lead source is web or product interested. Page name is closed one and close date is 10 days from today. Page name is prospecting type is new customer. Origin is email, priority is loan type is education or upward amount more than 10 lakhs. Email is blank or amount is so write the conditions. Write the condition. Write the programs. You can laugh it later. Write the code. So basically we are applying the logical operators. Email is not blank and amount is not null. Write the conditions. People who are new to the programming, please make an attempt of writing sincerely. These are the frequent logics what we are going to use in the programming. Stage name, close date, equal to 10 days from today. So how will you give it? System dot today. Why I have not taken date dot new instance? Now it is not a particular date. I want to refer from today. Stage name equal to. Why I am writing a single quote? Because it's a whenever you are trying to compare with a string value, is it a prospecting is a variable or a constant? Prospecting is what? Constant. Constant string value. Stage name is what? Variable. Type is what? Variable. New customer is what? Constant. It is a value. Constant. Origin is email. Priority equal to high. Then loan type is education. Or loan type equal to housing and applied amount greater than loan type education or loan type housing, and applied amount greater than. Now blank. Email is blank. Email equal to blank. Open the single quote, close the single quote. It's a blank. Or amount is null. If you take a numerical field, it will be null. String field, it will be blank. Or company is email equal to blank, or amount equal to null, or company equal to blank. Email not equal to blank, amount not equal to, email not equal to blank, and amount not equal to null. So this is how we are writing logical operators. Now arithmetical operators for addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Then we are going for logical operators, arithmetic operators and logical operators. So basically why all these are used? These are used to form the conditions. These are used to form the condition. Yes. Now this is not a statement what I wrote. It's a condition, right? Now condition is not a statement. Condition should be a part of another functionality. Now condition will be within a particular scope. It is not a statement. Condition is not a statement. Okay. I hope you are good with this. Right, Amma? Now let us go back to the next one. Everybody is good with this? Clear? Clear for everyone? Now let us go to the next story. Now we are going for if-else statements. Now, generally, when I write a program, look at the part. I wrote a program, statement 1, statement 2, statement 3, statement 4. If I write a program, what is the output we are going to get? If I write a program, statement 1, statement 2, statement 3, statement 4. What is that statement? Forget. You wrote 4 lines of program. If you have 4 lines of program, what is the output? Statement 1 will execute, 2 will execute, 3 will execute, 4 will execute. Generally, if you write 10 lines, all the 10 lines will be executed one after the other. Now, I don't want to execute the statement by default. Now, I don't want to execute the statement by default. If I am writing like this, I wrote some program. Now, I executed it. Then what happened? Automatically, one by one will be executed in the sequence order. Automatically, one by one is executed in the sequence order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't want them to run by default. I want them to run only when a condition is true. Now, what is happening? They are by default running always. Whenever we execute, all the statements will run. But what is my requirement? Don't run them by default. I will give a condition. When a condition is true, then only run it. Now, what is happening? All of them are getting executed. I am saying don't execute everything. I will give a condition. If the condition is true, then only do this. I will give a condition. If the condition is true, then only do this. So what do you want to do? You want to run them only when a condition is true. You want to run them only when a condition is true. Then we go for what? If or if-else statements. Run them only when a condition is true. Now look at the point. Now, to get your concept easy, straight away I am going with if else. I'll come back to if later. Okay. First, let us come back to if else directly. Then I'll go to if. First, I'll cover if else. Then I'll come to if. I'm changing the order of topic to make it comforting. Now, look at this. Statement 1, statement 2, statement 3, statement 4. I give if condition. If condition. Now, if I write within a flower bracket, what does it mean? Scope of if. Scope of if. It is scope of if. If yes. What is it? Scope of yes. First I am covering if else to get the concept easy. Now, this is the then I told boss, run this 5, 6, 7 only when the condition is true. If this condition is not true, then run 8, 9, 10. Then run 8, 9, 10. What I am doing? Boss, generally if I don't write if else, what is the output we are going to get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 or 12. All the statements will execute. If I don't write if else, what is the output we are going to get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But I am saying, don't run all the statements. If this condition is true, run these statements. If the condition is false, run these statements. So, when the condition is true, whatever you want to run, write in the if. When the condition is false, whatever you want to execute, write it in the else. Did you get my point? Question mark faces. Right, sure. Now, you are proposing a girl, boss. Now you have a choice. What are the two possibilities when you propose a girl? She may approve, she may reject. Okay, approved or rejected. If approved, what to do? Rejected, what to do? If approved, right, party. Not approved, double party. Right. You get more, okay, saving will be. Now what you got? You are having a statement. Basically, your choice is like this. You want to go to, okay, you want to go to office. You want to propose a girl, okay, you want to go to office, you want to go for a movie, you want to party, you want to come home. These are the four statements. If there is no girl, then what happened? You'll go to office, you'll go to movie, you'll go to party, you'll come to house. This is the regular business of you. There is no girl in your life. What happened? Happily you'll go to office, right? You'll go to lunch, you'll go to party, you'll come back to home. Now in between girl entered. If girl accepted, then what happened? Party, okay, girl accepted, dinner, not accepted, party, then go. Now what happened? Your statements are not executing all. Now you told your sequence is what? Go to office, go to dinner, go to party, go to lunch, go to party, go home. This is the sequence. Now what you are doing? You got a condition now. What? A girl entered, if accepted, go for lunch, not accepted, go for party, go home. Now what is that? If accepted, what to do? Not accepted, what to do? Both will not run. Either a friend or a girlfriend, not both. Now what is that? If condition is true, statement 5, 6, 7 are going to execute. If condition is false, 8, 9, 10 is going to execute. Am I clear? Now everything is clear. Right. So let us take this. Now let us take this example. Now look at the output, what we are going to get, boss. Now what is the output for this? First, now condition, if condition is true, what is the output we are going to get? Tell me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11. So if condition is true, the statement whatever you write in the if will be executed. If the condition is false, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Verify the condition. Condition false. Go to else. 8, 9, 10, 11. So condition true. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11, 12. Condition is false. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Are you clear? Okay. Let me take one more example. Before we go for use case, let us take structure. If we follow structure, which will execute, which will not execute, then we can write our program. First, let us understand which will execute when. Okay. Now let us look at this. This is my program. Condition 1, true. Condition 2, both the conditions are true. Then what is the output? Tell me now. First, if both are true, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Now in the program, I may have multiple conditions. I will check multiple conditions, multiple lines. It's not necessary that everything I check in a single statement. I have written multiple times. Now, condition 1 true, condition true false. So which will run now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, not 5, 4, 7, 8. Condition 2 is false. 11, 12, 13, 14. Condition 1 false. Condition 2 true. What is that? 1, 2, verify the condition, it is a false. 5, 6, 7, 8. Then condition 2 true. So 9, 10, 13, 14. Both of them are false. False. What is that? 1, 2, false. So 5, 6, 7, 8, false. 11, 12, 13, 14. Right? Which will execute when? You got an idea? Right? If else. If this is true, this will run. Condition is false, else will run. Okay. There will be only if also, but we are going with first basic structure. Okay. I hope you are good with this. Okay. Now let us build logics. Let us build the logics. Use cases. We are only worried about writing a logic, not a complete program. Logic only. Okay. Now, what was that? No. Look at my requirement. What is the price? How many books you want? more than 5,000, 20%. How much I have to pay? Now this is my requirement. Now look at this requirement. You identify what is the data required, then start building the logic. Now first identify what is the data involved. Identify what is the data involved. What are the calculations involved. Then start building the code. What is the data involved? What is the data involved? Book name, price, number of books,
Discount.
total discount. Now book name, SFDC admin. It is going to be what? String. Price I told 5,000. It is going to be decimal. Number of books I told 10. Integer. Total calculate. That's number of books. Discount. Now I have condition. If total greater than 5,000, we have this is calculated. Basically, it is a calculated. Discount is calculated. How it is calculated? Based on if condition. If total is greater than 5,000, we told 20%. Else they told total is 12%. Then the final total. Now this is the data involved. This is the data involved, and these are the values which are associated. So what should I do? Write the code. String name. We can write in a single line like this. We can write in a single line, but I am writing separately to get you practice. If you want to write in a single line, okay. Total. Small. Then I have which values I am going to put on single quotes? Only string value. If it is not strings, total. Discount. Discount. You want to calculate the discount. How do you write it now? What is the condition? Total greater than 5,000. Then total equal to total minus people are good with this statement. Pair boss. Everybody got the structure? Clear with everyone? Okay. Let us take a couple of more examples. Don't copy, make an attempt of writing, got stuck up, cross check. If you not follow, let me know, I can re-explain. Is that was clear for everyone? Clear? Okay. So let us go to the next one.
Satish, we have two variables for total, right? Total is already defined.
Total minus discount will give you total, right? A equal to A minus 10.
Yeah, but total we have already declared as price into number of books. So will the new value override?
When I say A equal to 10, what does it mean? Value of A is 10. Now when I say total equal to price into number of books, what does it mean? Whatever the value you are getting, 5,000 into 10, okay, 50,000 is the value of total. Now what I am saying, I am changing the value of total. 50,000 minus the discount is the new total. What it?
Okay. Yeah, my question was, can we use the same variable name?
Yeah, we can use it. See, variable means what? Whose values will keep changing. Variable means value keep changing. Now I have taken this.
Okay, so
What is 10? Constant. That will not change. It's a value, constant. 5,000, it's a value, constant. It will not change. What is price? Variable. Its value can be changed. Book name, variable, value can be changed. When you say variable, it is value we have taken right now as this. In the future, I may change it also. Variable means which varies. Constant is which is fixed. Okay?
okay, so we can use the same variable to calculate that variable only.
Yes. It's a calculation, the basic calculation. Always the operation is LHS is executed, whatever the RHS is executed, whatever the value we received in the RHS, that is assigned to LHS. That's a concept. What you write in the RHS? Hello? What is that? RHS. What is that RHS? Whatever we gave in the RHS, that value is calculated. The the final result of RHS is assigned to LHS. Now you can use all the variables in the RHS. We can use all the variables in LHS. RHS is implemented. Result is assigned to LHS. Okay. Next one. Mute your mics. Mute your mics. Vinod. In which industry you are working? Understand this. Try to understand the data involved. Write the logic.
Satish, can you please scroll up to example 1? I have a question.
Yeah. Make it fast.
So here we did not declare the variable discount. Like we did not. Okay, yeah, we declared the data type. Yes. Okay.
Identify the data, understand the data types, then assign the value, calculate the value. If you are new to the programming, this is a structure what you are supposed to form was. Don't skip the process. If you are new to the programming, follow this structure. You will get analysis. Don't straight away write the program. If you are new to the programming, follow the structure and write. Build it in the same structure. Don't skip the process because you followed it. Write a couple of examples in the same structure. So what is the data available here? What is the data involved in this? Name, we have industry, then experience, salary, bonus, or name. I told Satish Mela. So what is the format of the variable? Industry I told, banking, experience, salary I told 80k, 50k. It is. Now you want to take 80.00 or 80,000. This is your choice. You with the 00 you want to take decimal. If you want to take only 80,000, I can go with the integer also. Now it's your choice. You want to take 80.00 like this. You want to take integer. You want to take 00. You take decimal. You have your own choice. Now this I want to take. This I want to take. I want to take 00. Then what I will do? That's purely your choice. Depends upon the format. Now salary, what was this? It is calculate. Calculate. On what basis? They told if experience greater than 6 and industry banking and city is, then they told salary else the other story. Now you have written the format things. Then according to this, write the program. When you go down the line, when the requirements grows, you'll be finding difficult. Start analyzing this format only. Now it's a basic program, so you're able to understand it. When you go further, the complexity increases. You need to understand analyzation format. Bonus. How are you giving now? So string, name, string, city, string, industry, integer, salary, integer. Now you are given the format here. Then you are giving name equal to now we are going to write the condition. How you write? If city equal to Hyderabad and industry banking and This is how we have given. People are good with this? Now, this is the structure what we have given. If condition is true, do this, else do this. Now, are you clear about this format? So let us go to the next one. Again, we are trying to understand next format. If else. I hope everyone is good. Everyone is good? Right. Let us write only if else condition, no other statement. Okay. And let us write only if else condition. We gave a condition, no, here. What was this? This is a condition. If city equal to Hyderabad and industry equal to banking and so and so. Let us write only snippet. Don't take all the variables and all the stuff. Only write the basic logic. If industry is banking, set rating as hot. Write only snippet logic. Don't create variables. If else, body part. If industry, banking, rating equal to hot, if origin is email, set variety as we are giving if origin equal to email, the next one stage name is closed one, set closed date as today, amount as 2K, Stage name is not closed one. No. Right. Then we are setting if condition close date system dot today type system dot today.
Amount is 50.
Then existing. Now what we have done? If stage name equal to closed one, then a close date equal to system dot today. I told today. Then we also have one extra field called amount, right? Now this is not a program. I'm just giving a logic. Don't consider, don't execute, because you have to create a variables and execute. This is only logic writing. I'm just giving a logic how to form the logic. It is not a program. Only logic writing. I hope you are good with this. Everyone followed? So that's all from my end for the day. Now go ahead if anybody has any queries. Tomorrow we'll see if condition,
Sir.
another executions. Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, on Diwali day, do we have class or not, sir?
No. On 7th of November, we don't have a class.
Okay, sir.
Satish, what if we have multiple if conditions?
Yeah, that
Like
I'll be doing
if-
in next class. Just done with the if else. How to use the if else, else if, all those I'll be learning next. Once you got the basics, then I'll go with the advanced implementation.
Okay. Okay.
Hi Satish.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Satish, I checked the syllabus for development. It does not show Visual Force page. So just wanted to know if it's covering Visual Force pages as well.
Visual Force will be part.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, Satish.
I have one more question.
Yes.
So, in the logic that we have over here, when we are defining, if and we are writing the scope of it, that is stage name is equal to close, we are giving 2 equal to signs. Okay, but in the calculation, when we have type is equal to new customer, we are giving us only 1.
Now,
So,
is assigning the value. This is compare the value. In the calculation, we are giving A equal to 10. A is 10 is assigned to A. When I give A double equal to 10, we are comparing whether A is 10 or not. But condition, I will compare whether value is same or not. While doing a calculation, I will assign the value. Okay.
but when defining string, we use 2.
See, wherever you use equal to is for assigning only. No. Now I told name equal to Satish. What does it mean? Value of Satish is assigned to name. Now if I give name double equal to Satish, we are checking the value of name is Satish or not. We are not assigning. We are checking whether the value of the name is Satish or not. This is comparing.
Oh. Okay. So that is single is used for assigning and double is used for comparing. Okay.
Satish is assigned to name. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Hi Satish.
Yes. Go ahead.
Like I missed the last two classes. Is there any login difference for seeing these development notes?
Yes.
Don't mind.
Right.
And one more question, Satish.
Yes.
In student notes that login, right? I don't find notes for this after data loader, right? I don't see notes for workload.
That will be the driver. Whatever the drive you have shared, the drive will be funny. Those required as screenshots, so I cannot type it in that document. So the drive will be finding those notes.
Okay, Satish.
Yes.
Okay. So when I log in,
Hello?
1 minute, Amma. 1 minute, online 1 minute. How is? Wait for the time.
Yeah, hi Satish.
Yeah.
One question from my side.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see that we have a separate course of Lightning. So is it like, do we need to have a knowledge of JavaScript for that?
What
to
all
start
the
with?
what all the prereqs are there? I'll be covering in the class.
Oh, okay. So it's not required to take any other class for JavaScript.
No. If you go with
Okay.
my development class, no other
Thank you.
prereqs are required.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
hello?
Yes. Yeah. Go ahead.